All right, so we're going to be talking about Workcover. Now, every employer around Australia has Workcover, and what Workcover is, it's insurance for workers. So if you get injured at work, so if I decided I was going to jump on a table and I fell off while I was trying to change the clock, I would then go on to workers' comp, which you've probably heard of, and you hear about people trying to rort the system. So you go into Workcover, and that's where the government is paying you money while you can't work. So it's kind of like an assistance package from the government. So every employer pays it, but they pay it at a different rate. And it's included in different things. So everyone pays a premium rate, and you can either get a bonus or a penalty. So if you've gone 10 years without having anybody being injured at work, you get a bonus. Now it's confusing because you get a bonus, which means you get a reduction in how much you're going to pay. So it's the opposite of what it sounds like. If you're in a workplace where it is dangerous and you have many injuries, you have a penalty. So if your premium rate was 5 and you had a penalty of 2%, you'd be paying 7%. So you're paying more because you're not a safe workplace. There are a number of things that they include. So we'll just have a quick read through. Payments to employees that are not included as part of their remuneration, so their pay. So you don't have to pay Workcover on termination payments, so things like unused annual leave and reimbursements. So things like if I had my dry cleaning and the school had decided that they would fix me up for their dry cleaning, they wouldn't have to pay Workcover on it. So Workcover is based on how much you pay an employee as a whole. So we've talked about the bonuses and penalties. And at the end, guys, there's an occupational health, safety and welfare, as well as GST. So you have to pay 1% on top of your Workcover payment, as well as the GST. So it's quite an involved process to try and work these out. So we'll go through, we'll have a look at an example and see what they'll have to pay Workcover for. So calculate the Workcover premium for the month of June for a builder who pays the following to his employees. Gross wages. Well, yes, we're going to have to pay for that. Allowances. Yes. Annual leave loading. Yes, because they're using it. So that's part of their salary. Employer superannuation contributions. We pay for that as well. Directors' fees, because that's a fee that they pay their employees, and reimbursements. So we said that we don't pay reimbursements. So that isn't included, and that was only to one employee. And termination payments. We actually take them away. Okay, this is a very complex example. The ones that we're going to be working on are easier. So this is actually taken away. So what we're going to do is we're going to work out how much they're going to pay. So we have wages, which we said was 83,387.98. Allowances, which is 1,037.30. Leave loading, which is 2,098.16. Superannuation. Now I'm just identifying them for you while I'm writing them up. It is good to do that when you're writing out your examples, just to make it clear about what you are adding and what you're not. Super directors. Was 1,600. All right, so we aren't paying the reimbursement because it's only for one employee, not that we pay reimbursements anyway. And the termination, we have that less than, so we take that away. So termination is minus 19. All right, part one. We throw that in the calculator, we add it all up, and we get $94,011.43. Okay, so that is what they are liable to pay their work cover for. And I can't go down. Okay, so their base rate is 5.5%, which it said in the question. So we're going to pay 5.5%. We also said that it was a, sorry, scroll up here, they had a penalty of 1.4%. So base was 5.5%. Penalty. Penalty means you're going to pay more. So you're going to add on the percentage, which was 1.4%. Give us a total of 6.9%. So they're paying 6.9% on their premium. So we have got 6.9% times the $94,011. Okay? We put that in the calculator and we find that that is equal to $6,486.75. Now, step two done. We pay GST. So we've got to add GST, which is 10%, and we have to add on occupational health, safety and welfare, which is 1%. Okay, it's a very involved process. I only pay the GST and OHS and W on this number. All right, so we want 10% of that, so it's 48.68 GST, and 1% of that, 64.87. We add all three together to get a total, which is $7,228. So your first step is identify what they're paying it on. Second step, work out what their premium is. Third step, add your GST and OHS and W, add it all together, and then you have your answer.